All right, guys, what's going on? A's here. Uh, insane reveal. At least for the first half, I think Super Saiyan Gohan and Trunks are going to do very well for the game sales, and obviously, I think they were a very good pick for a Game Originals character. This was definitely the tree, right? Um, I don't know what exactly it was about the tree, but this is definitely that hint because Shallow was obviously the other one. Actually, I guess the tree might be tree trunk. Okay, and then blue and orange for Gohan, and then the white, gray, and light gray was Shallot. Okay, okay. At least that's what I'm gonna break it down to. But we're gonna be breaking them down. Their tag character. This is our first legend tag character. So let's see how they do. A master and disciple tag character, Legend Super Saiyan Trunks teen, and Gohan joins the fight. Strengths number one, tag character with two superior elements, obviously red plus, and Gohan is purple plus. Master both superior elements and make the battle flow in your favor. Enhance upon tag switch. Every time you tag switch, the next special move arts and legend action are enhanced. While enhanced, the legend action will draw a special move arts. Special move arts even nullifies endurance, which can't be cancelled. That's a problem. We know that's a problem. Fill or number three, new unique gauge confrontation type. Fills the unique gauge on every enemy character confrontation. Get a Dragon Ball and a permanent damage boost up to 2 times when the gauge is full. Rise against enemies with a master and disciple bond surpassing time itself. We are on the Trunks side here, so Trunks is leading this off. We know that because he is red. Okay, so Hybrid Saiyan, Weapon Wielder, Vegeta Clan, Future Saiyan. That's a... Huh? This has to. This should probably be Super Saiyan, right? That should probably be Super Saiyan, right? Let me actually just check and see on the Jap version. I really hope that's a bug. Okay. Anyways. Z ability 4. It's going to blast attack and defense for hybrid, future, and game originals. Game originals being the last one, really? Couldn't hybrids have been the last one? Maybe that's a little bit too much. Okay, so obviously have armor on the strikes, so charge in fear, without fear of enemy blast art to get a boost of damage on activation. 20% and it deals slice damage on the trunk side here. For the blast, while not an effect on the blast arts in general, this character has a blast arts card with armor break. It's a held card, which means other characters can use it too. And it's obviously going to increase damage as well. When the special move arts is enhanced, cancel enemy buff effects and nullify endurance. This is to stop people from going neutral. And obviously this is just to pummel them. On activation, key plus 50, special move damage plus 30. While it is enhanced, you get another 30% uncancelable. You get uncancelable endurance nullification, and you'll cancel any type of neutral effects. Alright. Special move art, or special arts. Shorten ally subcounts and even increase damage received for all enemies. Draw one card, restore health by 10, key plus 50. Ally subcounts minus 2. That's pretty good. Enemy health restoration minus 50. All enemy damage received plus 40. Okay. Attack switch to Gohan and change your element to purple plus. Enhance your next activated special move arts and legend action. Attack switch to Gohan. Draw one card if the hand has 3 or fewer. Health plus 15%, key plus 30, overdrive gauge plus 15%, so they just filled it up by 15% on attack switch. And then obviously enhance the blue and the legend action. Alright, starter ability. 360% damage, 310% guard, 30% key recovery. Level 1 card draw speed, subcounts on switch -1. One thing to note here, they don't have a second life, which means they are susceptible to the Stardust Fall. Innately not good, but 310% damage guard is that's very high. That's the highest in the game right now. Using an highest base level in the game, I should say. Using an arts while key is 30 or higher gives damage guard, penetration, and nullifies special cover changes. Fighting it out while keeping your key at or above 30 is highly recommended. Draw one card if hand has 3 or fewer. Health plus 15%, key plus 30. Special move or switch gauge plus 30%, and then nullify damage received element disadvantages for 5 counts. On the third strike or blast arts use, these are shared between Trunks and Gohan. However, it does reset on area change or switch. You will draw a card, and you will get 50 keys. So, yeah, they'll be able to keep comboing. I think this is probably to counteract Gogeta's Disrupt, if I had to guess. Simply because even after Gogeta's Disrupt does proc, you usually have enough to use maybe one more. But we'll see how this works in terms of against Gogeta's Disrupt. After arts use, if key is 30 or more, switch gauge plus 15%, damage guard, penetration plus 30%, nullify cover changes for 2 counts. So they just always have cover null up, so long as they're using a card, while they have 30 key or more, which is going to be pretty much every time you initiate with this character, you'll have cover null, which is really good. Obviously, you would like to see lower costs with a mechanic like this, which I don't see right now, which could be a problem, but it could be tied to their unique gauge. Okay, when hit by enemy arts, destroy one enemy card, seal enemy rush 1 time. Oh, wait. Activation to count resets on switch or when unique gauge is full. Destroy one enemy card twice. Seal enemy rising rush for 5 counts for once. And then all enemy draw speed -2 for 10 counts. Okay, yeah, that'll definitely hurt. That'll definitely hurt, yeah. That's also 1 time, but it will reset on switch or unique gauge filling. Also, if health is 50% or lower, activation shared between Trunks and Gohan, so this will activate twice, it seems, yep. Restore health by 25%, that's pretty good. When on battlefield, an enemy activates special move, ultimate, awakening arts, or rising rush, ally subcounts -5. Enemy special move arts, awakened, ultimate arts, power -40%. Cancel enemy attribute upgrades and their buff effects. Okay, so both of those 3 times. Alright, and those are shared between Gohan and Trunks. Let's see here. A unique gauge that charges, well, actually, Trunks has a blast cover change comboable into the blue. A unique gauge that charges every enemy confrontation, get a permanent damage increase, and a Dragon Ball up to twice when the gauge is full. So obviously, when the unique gauge becomes full, these are shared between, any counts are shared between Trunks and Gohan. Draw a card, get 40 key, Dragon Balls +1 twice. Damage plus 40% twice as well. Uncancelable. Cancel attribute downgrades. So like arts cost increasing. And then ally health plus 15%. So you'll be healing the entire team with that. Alright. Consumed entirely when the unique gauge fills. Okay. We'll have to see how frequently this fills. I think with this wording, this is probably 5 times. I would hope it's not 5 times, but with this wording, I'm pretty sure it's 5 times. But their unique gauge isn't really their strongest asset, so I don't think that should be a problem. Nullify endurance on activation for the legend action. Draw a special move arts when the legend action is enhanced. Excuse me, very tired. It's obviously the low area for both characters. We saw that. And the broken thing is this nullifies endurance for some god unknown reason. There's no way to cancel this effect, by the way. Yeah, there's no way. You just die if you. So you get Broly like scarily low, and you just switch to this character on the low area, and you legend action, and you kill Broly, or you kill Gogeta, or you kill Goku Black, or you kill Rose, or you kill any of the annoying units with endurance. Also, when the legend action is enhanced, draw special move arts next and restore key by 40. Okay, let's see here. And now we're on the Gohan side. I don't think anything's going to change here. It doesn't look like it. Yep. Except Gohan has a strike cover change and also a low area um, legend action, as we saw. Yeah, they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. Who I'm more interested in is Shallot. Um, Obviously, I believe both these characters are really deserving of a legend. I don't know if I would have given both characters towards anniversary, but hey, game originals for both. We've been begging for game originals. There's no reason to complain now. So let's just see if they cooked up with Shallot as much as they did with Trunks and Gohan. Use Element Light to fight back against enemies with an element advantage. Legend Super Saiyan God Shallot joins the fight. Strengths. Number 1, change to Element Light when at element disadvantage. If Shallot is at an element disadvantage when the enemy activates a special move arts, Ultimate Awaken Arts, or Rising Rush, or when there is an area change, or when the enemy switches characters while Shallot's on the battlefield, you'll change to Element Light. And get this, Element Light has no disadvantages. Yeah, we know. This is already broken, by the way. It's already broken. Essentially, you'll never be able to hit this character with a big move. That'll deal superior damage. You can't just swap into Vegito and crush this guy, right? He'll go to the light state for a brief period of time. Number 2, unique gauge excelling in offense and defense. When Shallot uses a strike or blast arts, when the unique gauge is 25% or more, draw a special art and increase your damage. If you instead receive an arch attack, your enemy's ki will be reduced by 25, giving you a chance to stop their combo in its tracks. Number 3, special move arts that activate powerful effects at random. Okay. Destroy all special move arts in hands to activate random effects based on the number destroyed. Overwhelm your opponent by activating multiple powerful effects that can boost damage guard penetration, inflict feint, prevent switching, and more. Well, we'll talk about that. Show your enemy the incredible power of Super Saiyan God Shallot, Super Saiyan God with the Saiyan Twin fusion. Obviously, we saw he was superior green. We'll be buffing Game Originals, Fusion Warrior, and God Ki based blast attack. Definitely meant to be a partner for Gogeta, so let's see what he can do in that sense. Has armor, so charge in without fear of enemy blast darts. Increases enemy damage received when activated by 15%, it seems. Same on the blast. After that, activates a powerful effect at random that can prevent switching, inflict feint, and more. By destroying special move arts, the number of effects that will activate will increase. Okay. Let's get into this. On activation, special move damage plus 50%. Also destroy all special move arts in hand. Then activate a number of the following effects at random equal to the number of arts destroyed, plus 1. So 2 effects will happen if you destroy another blue card, right? I think that's what it's saying. That's what this plus 1 means, so let's read this again. Then activate a number of the following effects at random equal to the number of arts destroyed, plus 1. So if you destroy 1, plus 1, that's 2, yeah. So you're probably going to get this feint a lot, right? What's that, a 50% chance you get the feint if you have another blue? Depending on if he can readily draw blues, like how fast he can. I'm just going to say this now. This guy sounds like he's going to be a demon with Rose, LR Rose. Because LR Rose can force draw those blues for him. This character he might have his own way to draw blues, so it sounds like he might be a very good partner for Rose. Let's see here. Draw a special move arts and protect your hand. Pummel your opponent with powerful special move arts. Yep. On the green, you get a blue. You draw another card as well. Key plus 50, unique gauge plus 10, 30% damage, cover null, and hand protection. On hit, seal the main ability for all enemies on the ultimate and inflict substitution count. On activation, nullify endurance, 50% ult damage. Seal all enemy main abilities for 5 counts and increase their subcounts by 3 on hit. Next, we're going to look at the main ability here. Increase your overdrive gauge charge rate by 50%. Destroy one card, then draw the ultimate arts next. Health plus 30%, key plus 50, overdrive gauge charge rate plus 50%. For 20 counts, that's uncancelable. Cancel attribute downgrade to an abnormal conditions. Sounds like he's good into himself. I wonder if it cancels this. Limit enemy healing to 60% for 40 counts. That's a long time. Is that how long Trunks does it for? There's no way. His is like 20, right? Whatever. We'll see. Next, starter ability. 340% damage, 290% guard, 70% key recovery, draw speed +1, nullify attribute downgrade to normal conditions up to 3 times, 50% endurance, and then ally damage plus 20%. The unique abilities temporarily change to element light when at an element disadvantage. Fight back when you're at a disadvantage on either offense or defense. On battlefield entry, draw a card, key plus 40, health plus 10, nullify special cover changes for 5 counts. Destroy one enemy card, all enemy draw speed -1. When on battlefield, on area change, or when enemy switches, you'll get a card. You'll increase your damage by 30%, and then you'll reduce enemy key by 20. Also, if at element disadvantage, switch to... Switch to light for 5 counts, uncancelable. So it's only on element disadvantage, it's not just if an enemy shows up. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. Obviously, this is super niche because there's like no purples ever. You don't run into purple. You don't run into Nappa Vegeta anymore. You don't run into Super Vegeta. You don't run into Paragus. You don't run into God Goku, the Zenkai one. I guess the big one would be this future Gohan and Trunks. The Gohan side is purple, so this will probably help them. And then obviously you'll get 20% damage here. When on battlefield, an enemy uses Vanishing Step, key plus 20. Seal enemy green cards. This is for the rat. That's exactly what this is. This is for the rat. Oh my god, they know what they did. This is for Rat Han. Why else would this be here? Okay. While not defeated, an enemy activates Ultimate Awaken Arts or Rising Rush. Health Restoration plus 100%, subcounts -5. Cancel enemy buff effects. While not defeated, if at element disadvantage, an enemy activates special move, Ultimate Awakening Arts, or Rising Rush, you'll switch to light for 3 counts. Has a special cover change against strike arts, comboable into the blue. Unique gauge. If the unique gauge is 25% or more, consume it for offensive or defensive buffs. When using a strike or blast arts, get an increase to damage, and when taking an arts attack, get an increase to damage guard. Alright, it's a key consumption type, starts with 25% charge. This obviously means you'll get more gauge progression as you use more cards, so you have to be proactive with this character. With at least 25% unique gauge on strike or blast use, you get a green card that does net you a blue, so that is good. You get 30% damage uncancelable up to 60, so it'll activate twice. Then you get level 2 card draw speed for 15 counts, okay. At least 25% unique gauge when hit by enemy arts twice. Both of these are, well, this one activates once up here. And then you have to switch out to reset it. And then this one also, you have to switch out. 25% unique gauge when hit by enemy arts twice. Health plus 10%, damage guard plus 10% for 10 counts. Ally subcounts -1, and then enemy key -25. It's consumed by 25% on arts use or on enemy arts use with at least 25%. Charges moderately on ally art use according to key consumed. Then you have a low area legend action, and on the legend action you'll get 50 key and a 25% for your unique ish. Yeah, they both look very, very good. I think Shallot actually might look he just sounds a little better to me. I think his blue card is really broken. I think this is a mistake. But obviously, we'll have to wait till we actually get in game and can like actually test for ourselves. But for now, I think I'm gonna say Shallot sounds a little bit better. Um, but let me know what you guys think down below. Um, really happy. I don't sound it, but yeah, I'm really excited for this. Super tired, but as always, I'll see you in the summons tonight. I might be doing those with some other people. We'll have to see how that's gonna go. But until then, be good, y'all.